Hello, my name is Shaniekia Moore, and today I will be discussing the case United States versus Lopez. The Gun-Free School Zone Act of 1990 made it unlawful for any individual knowing to possess a firearm at a place that he knew or had reasonable cause to believe was a school zone. So a young boy by the name of Alfonso Lopez, who was a 12th grade high school student, carried a concealed weapon into his San Antonio, Texas high school. He was charged under Texas law with firearm possession on school premises. The next day, the state charges were dismissed after federal agents charged Lopez with violating a federal criminal statute. The act forbids that if any individual knowing to possess a firearm at a place he knows is a school zone. Lopez then was found guilty. Following a bench trial, he was also sentenced to 6 months imprisonment and 2 years supervised release. So then he appealed to the First Circuit Court of Appeals, claiming that 922 exceeded Congress' power to legislate under the Commerce Clause. The Fifth Circuit agreed and reversed his conviction, holding that Section 922, in the full reach of its terms, is invalid as beyond the power of Congress under the Commerce Clause. So, the Courts of Appeals noted that the findings of evidence presented before Congress to justify the passage of the Act pursuant to the Federal Commerce Clause power was insufficient to uphold the Act, and in effect ruling that the government had not made its case that the law was justified as an exercise to the Commerce Clause power of Congress. The government principal argument was that the possession of a firearm in an educational environment would most likely lead to a violent crime, which in turn would affect the general economic condition in 2 ways. First, because violent crime causes harm and creates expense. It raises insurance costs, which are spread throughout the economy. And secondly, by limiting the willingness to travel in the area to be unsafe. The government also argued that the presence of firearms within a school would be seen as dangerous, resulting in students being scared and disrupted. This would in turn inhibit learning, and this is in turn would lead to a weaker national economy, since education is clearly a crucial element of the nation's financial health. It has already been 2 months since the school shooting in Newton, and I still cannot wrap my head around the gun violence in our country, which affects today's society. However, sadly, we have seen this before, and as a professional, I am afraid that we will see it again. Already, the memory of this particular tragedy is fading from our collective minds, even as it continues to affect the community, survivors, and families of the victims. In closing, there has been too many children, too many people of all ages who are dying because of gun violence. Guns don't die, people do, and that is the bottom line. So I believe that we need to start finding answers by identifying common ground among all the stakeholders and finding out why gun violence is a big impact in today's society. Think about it. That's what we need to be doing instead of talking and trying to do other things. So again, I would like to say thank you for your time and cooperation. And for more information concerning this case, please look up www.casebrief.com and type in United States versus Lopez. Thank you again, Shaniekia Moore.